Welcome to the Disneyland Beat, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum.
And we always whistle while we work.
Choosing where to stay at Disneyland is all about choosing the spot with the best possible access to the park for your group.
But it can be tricky. Even though the hotel may say it's 0.1 miles from Disneyland online, it might be over a mile from the actual entrance.
And what you thought was a dedicated shuttle might be the Anaheim public bus system.
In this video, we break down your Disneyland hotel options section by section so you can understand where your hotel is in relation to the park entrances and what your transportation choices might be.
Come to Disneyland with us.
Like, subscribe, and stick around.
Disneyland is your land.
Come seek an adventure at the old pirates, eh?
Made the jump to life speed.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm TC. There are 3 on-site 4-star Disney hotels. The Grand Californian Hotel is on average the most expensive and the closest to the parks. It has gates that open directly to downtown Disney and Disney California Adventure, and the hotel is opulent, skillfully based on the historic, luxurious Ahwahnee Hotel in Yosemite National Park.
The Disneyland Hotel is on average the next most expensive, though a bit of a further walk. It's the original and has some great Disney history, and its courtyard pools and themed restaurants like Trader Sam's are wonderful to experience. It also has high-end themed suites that are some of the coolest rooms in all of Disneyland.
The final Disney-owned hotel is the Pixar Place Hotel, which was recently renamed from the Paradise Pier Hotel. Disney didn't build this one from the ground up, but later acquired it. The new renovation promises to be cool, and it still has great 4-star amenities like room service, several dining options, and it has a fun rooftop pool with a splash pad and water slide. It is the most affordable on-campus option, it has the longest walks from the park, and it's likely not to have everything up and running in the near future during its renovation.
All of these hotels come with some great amenities like 30-minute early entry to a specific park, next-day package delivery, and the ability to have purchases sent to the hotel gift shop for later pickup. And they all have unique dining and entertainment experiences.
If this is a rare or a once-in-a-lifetime trip, or it's just within your budget, consider staying at one of these hotels. The access to the park is wonderful, you're inside the Disney bubble, you're going to have an incredible time being able to come and go as you please. Prices are going to range from $300 to $1,000 or more a night, depending on what you want and when you want it.
If you're looking for 4-star hotel accommodations nearby Disneyland, you might look just south of the park along Harbor Boulevard near the Convention Center. The Hilton, Sheraton, and Marriott are right at the Convention Center, and a few blocks south is a 4-star Hyatt.
Sometimes when there's no convention going on, these places can actually have some great deals, and you can get 4-star amenities for 2-star prices.
Many people trying to avoid the high prices of the on-site and high-end hotels opt to stay within walking distance of Disneyland. In all honesty, this is our go-to area as well. There are about 20 or so hotels within up to a quarter-mile walk to the main pedestrian entrance to the parks on Harbor Boulevard.
We have a video out that details the closest ones, those within a 1/10 of a mile walk to the main entrance, so be sure to check that out. But this section extends beyond those that we cover in that video. We would say that if your group is okay with walking, any hotel along Harbor Boulevard all the way south to Catella Avenue, including a few right around that intersection, are within a realistic walking distance.
And going north on Harbor, we're cool with anything up to the Howard Johnsons on Manchester Avenue as comfortable walking distance hotels. You can easily come and go as you want from the parks, and the closest Harbor Boulevard hotels can offer just as easy access than the on-site hotels, and in some cases, less distance.
Anything beyond this, anything further, we simply don't recommend if you plan on walking all the time. We think you're going to end up having to get Ubers or Lyfts or parking at Disney parking, and then you're paying twice for parking.
These are 2- and 3-star hotels. Some have upgraded rooms with balconies overlooking Disneyland. The pools are okay, and sometimes you get free breakfast, but most of them don't have super high-end experiences with room service or things like that.
And note that this strip is part of Anaheim, not Disneyland. So the closer to the park, the better, really. There are a bunch of convenience stores and quick service eateries dotted amongst these hotels, and it's nice enough, but in all honesty, it's not particularly pastoral nor glamorous. Late at night, you don't want to be walking much further than what we're talking about unless you have a large group or you're familiar with the area.
You get the best deals on this hotel strip, booking far in advance and oftentimes with trusted third-party websites. Expect to pay between $125 for the best deals to $250 a night for a typical dual queen bedroom. Also, perhaps worth mentioning for those of you driving or renting a car, all of these hotels close to Disneyland will charge extra for parking. The Disney hotels do it too.
This group of hotels is, over time, slowly being renovated and improved, one at a time, and as it does, the quality of the experience, and the prices especially, go up.
The next group of hotels we often look for are those that are nearby Disneyland, but a bit too far to walk every time, so they offer a shuttle of some kind. We also recently put out a video detailing a favorite bunch of budget hotels that fit this bill. Be sure to check it out.
It's not a particularly long list, but there are about a dozen hotels that have dedicated shuttles that run every hour, some every half hour. One of our favorites is just north of the park, the Majestic Garden Hotel. It has great prices, a nice campus, on-site dining, and it runs a shuttle every half hour from before the park opens until after it closes.
You can find a range of 2- and 3-star hotels with some bargain deals and some nicer hotels as well. Be sure to look closely at the shuttle service being offered. There's a huge difference between a dedicated hotel shuttle and the Art Bus Anaheim travel system. The Art buses can be great, but they can also have a ton of stops between the park and your hotel, and they are open to the public, not just the Disney hotel guests.
But if the shuttle service looks good, it's a great way to be able to stay at the park until after closing, but still get a nice ride back to a more affordable hotel. Prices for those places run the gamut, from under $100 a night to a few hundred for the nicest rooms.
There are a few spots around the park that have a handful of mostly 2- and 3-star hotels where you can use existing Disneyland transportation services to get to the park. One of these is the small group of hotels north of the park, nearby to the Mickey and Friends and Pixar Pals parking structures.
If you stay at one of these hotels, it is totally possible to walk into the Mickey and Friends parking structure and then ride the parking tram into the park as a way to access your hotel.
The pro here is it's a fairly nice and safe walk on Disney property, and riding the parking tram can be fun.
The con here is that it's all a pretty hefty haul. It's long enough that at the end of a long Disney day, you're going to be wishing on a star that it was a shorter walk home.
Another spot is on the southwest of the park. Some of these hotels that are adjacent to the west side of the convention center are not too much further of a walk than Disney's Pixar Place Hotel. You can basically walk the same path as the hotel guests up into downtown Disney.
This section of town is also pretty quiet, it's got less shops, feels a touch more residential, which can be nice. There are a few hotels over this way, and they often have attractive prices. But for us, it's just a bit too far. Every little bit counts.
The last spot that you can hop on Disney transportation is south of the park at the Toy Story parking lot. Disneyland has a guest parking lot south of the park called the Toy Story parking lot. It's essentially a big parking lot that runs bus shuttles up the road to the main Disneyland entrance every 10 to 15 minutes.
There's actually quite a few hotels here that are all within walking distance of the bus terminal that offers you a free ride to the park.
The Clarion Inn and the Cortana Inn are 3-star hotels that offer really nice amenities, sometimes for less than $100 a night, and are directly across the street from the main entrance to the Toy Story parking lot. It's a pretty sweet deal.
And generally speaking, the further away from the park you get, the more likely parking and breakfast will be included.
The final thing we'll mention is that you can get even better deals if you stay a bit further away from the parks and drive in and park at the parking structures north of the park or the Toy Story parking lot south of it. There are some great options. You could stay nearby at a beach town or even up the road at the Knott's Berry Farm too. Parking at Disneyland costs $30 a day.
Well, that's it for us today. We hope you found this helpful. We're going to put links in the description for all of our hotel videos so you can explore all this information further.
We do have some really cool news. There's a new way to support us where you can get something back for your kindness. We've opened Magic Land Media to help support this channel.
It's a Shopify store that offers limited edition, high-quality framed panoramic Disneyland photography and canvas prints so you can bring the Disneyland magic home. We thought that would be so much better than channel-based merch, and we take some amazing photos capturing some incredible Disney magic. So we hope you take a moment to check it out. There's a link in the description.
Thanks so much, everyone. May the light in the firehouse window always shine bright, and may your dreams always come true.
See you real soon, Mouseketeers.